Khawaja like a spitting cobra. That first ball, what a wake-up call that is.
Perfect seam position. That has gone over the top of Khawaja's gloves, collecting KS Bharat's glove on the way through to Gillett's slip. How about that? New ball, Ashwin bowls again, Khawaja. Hits the edge, finds the edge, given! Caught behind Khawaja, second ball of the day. He's thinking about reviewing. Ashwin is elated. They are going to send it upstairs. But the Indians were convinced, Ravi Shastri.
What a first two balls you can get, you know.
Front foot check.
Just seeing Khawaja's body language, he's not 100%. The Indians absolutely certain that he's got the edge.
We'll get a first replay. Louis Cameron, talk us through it.
That big square seam from Ravi Ashwin, that's the ball that has caused a lot of issues. And we're looking at the replay, that looks like it's clipped the outside edge. Usman Khawaja didn't look convinced straight away. I mean, if he knew he didn't hit it, he wouldn't have reviewed. He would have reviewed, as soon as possible. But
and we're getting the ultra edge here. He's hit it. Yeah. He's hit it. Usman Khawaja is going to be walking for a second ball duck, and he knows it. He's departing Holcare Stadium. Australia are 1 for none. We said this wouldn't be easy, and with Ashwin starting like this, anything is possible for India. Absolute perfection from the veteran. He's irrepressible.
Irrepressible when you start like that with that first ball that takes off. If someone in the dressing room has gone into the toilet and is sitting on that toilet seat, he'll jump up hearing the roar in the dressing room. Let me assure you that. And then the second ball, a wicket goes, he'll be out of that toilet in a hurry.
And you just wonder how much that first ball played on his mind. Like, the playing inside the ball is one thing, but when you've just been beaten by so much, you've got that ball in your mind, and you might have just been fending just a touch more than you would have otherwise.
Absolutely.
So it's Marnus Labuschagne. He made 31 the first time around, with huge helpings of luck along the way. He's joining Travis Head down the non-striker's end, and the test is going to be Ashwin round the wicket with a new ball turning it square, exploding out of the surface. Goodness me. What a couple of hours we have ahead of us here.
Yeah, and you forgot Jadeja at the other end, round the wicket, turning the odd one, and a lot of them hitting the pads as well. Oh, this is going to be fascinating.
And Ravi, you talked about playing your natural game, and and that's easy to do when you're none down, or if you're none for 30, chasing 70.
Absolutely.
When you lose a couple of early wickets, how much harder is that to do?
It's much harder. Outside pressure just builds. Things that shouldn't be in your mind start appearing.
So an early big moment for Bendix, the best known breaks for India. Ashwin in, 2 catches on the leg side. Labushagne's first ball goes back into Bends, out towards mid-wicket. So the fielder slip a leg, slip short leg, catching mid-wicket, man around the corner on the 45. Deep square and long on outside of the circle, mid-off and a backward point.
Well, it's going to be a squeeze. Let me assure you, it's going to be a squeeze. Each run has to be earned here. You will get the odd boundary, but it's a test of one's character, temperament. If you're a batsman out there for Australia, and the Indians will try and be as patient as they can.
Ashwin to Labuschagne, delivers here wider of the crease, round the wicket. Labuschagne deflects into the onside, just in front of the man at short leg, Shreyas Iyer.
Wow, what a first 4 balls. Really, on the money. Ashwin, balls bouncing and turning already.
They just need to chill here, Australia. Ashwin all over them to begin. 5th ball of the day. Away from us, delivers here. Labuschagne forward again. That's good. Out in front of it.
And the difference with Ashwin is when he gets a wicket in the first over. He's a different bowler. Like he got Travis Head in Delhi with the second or third ball caught behind. Very similar fashion taken by Bharat.
And a word for KS Bharat. Second ball, first one exploded, second one didn't. Got him behind it, took it cleanly. Great wicket keeping. Ashwin again, bowls to Labuschagne. He goes back and defends the final ball of the first over of this third day. A wicket maiden. Labuschagne there with Head. Usman Khawaja, if you're just joining the broadcast, out for a second ball duck, caught behind. Ashwin away. Our coverage is for Henley Homes by Henley Completed Home at the Dales, Bonnybrook, henley.com.au, and that's all on the K-Rain Irrigation scoreboard. And a shout out to our listeners in the UK on TalkSport 2. Why wouldn't you get up early to listen to the denouement of this Thrilling test match. It's going to be over inside 7 sessions, but we won't forget any of them. Travis Head's turn, Louis. And we've spoken a lot in the pre-game about the probability of him really going for it here.
And it's been a tumultuous tour for him. I mean, he was shocked to be left out of the first test side. He said that he spoke to selectors and that it was a robust conversation, which I take to mean, Ravi, that he gave the selectors a piece of his mind. I'm sure you would know what that's like to speak to a player who's been dropped.
I think the whole Indian dressing room was shocked when he wasn't playing. See, you've got to pick players on current form. Forget about what they've done in the past. It's current form that's important. Current form can get them to overcome whatever hurdle is in front of them, irrespective of where they're playing. It's a mental state of mind. You've got to play on the mental state of mind. If he's hot, play him.
I guess the innings that he had in Asia the previous year, I think last year was nine innings for an average of about 16. He didn't pass 20, but he'd absolutely dominated Australian summers, the last 2 Australian summers. And as we've seen, guys can improve against spin. Usman Khawaja, the first time he came here, was hopeless against spin. He's worked on it and he's gone away and improved his game.
Jadeja to start from the northern end. Left arm around the Travis Head, 3 in close. He does clip initially out to deep square leg where there is a fielder position. So Head showing intent from the outset. He's won Australia 1 for 1. So the field, a slipper leg, short leg catching mid-wicket.
Very clear. Head showing where his head is at the moment. And that is to attack. He's not going to waste time. If he gets an opportunity, he's going to give it the full Monty.
So for Labuschagne, they'll go with 2 slips and a silly point. No catcher on the leg side. A man out at deep point. The one sweeper protecting the rope. No one on the leg side. We've seen Labuschagne look to play that slog sweep off Jadeja through the series. Would he be so bold here? They've left a huge gap for it. 7-2 field. Jadeja, 21 wickets in the series at 11. Takes his wickets at 19 at home. The old firm vying to be a spinner of the series for Lumo Energy. Well bowled Lumo Energy. Jadeja gets his first crack here at Marnus Labuschagne. Rohit just tweaking the field a wee bit here. He wants the deep point to come in, so no sweepers. Inviting attacking play from Australia's number 3.
This might be the slowest over Jadeja's bowled all series.
His whole life. So they're finally set. Jadeja in, bowls here. Labuschagne round the wicket, tucks him round the corner. No run to Akshar Patel on the 45.
He's brought a man in, but he's in the middle of nowhere. Can't understand that position because he'll still get a single if the ball goes to him. He's not saving the boundary.
To the crease, bowls again. Going back is Labuschagne, finding the gap behind point, getting a precious boundary. A pressure release there for Australia. 2 short from Jadeja, and with deep point up, there was no doubt where that was going. Our boundaries for Blunston, right on with Blunston. Australia, 1 for 5.
Deep point back now. For sure.
It's exactly what Ravi was talking about. If he'd stayed back there, he probably just would have got 1 there. But instead, they've got 4, and every run is absolutely crucial here.
So point goes back. Jadeja delivers. Labuschagne forward defending to Shreyas Iyer at silly point. On the bounce, Jadeja hands on head. Bit of extra bounce out of the surface. 71 to win. And they won't be able to do this in singles either. This is a game that's going to require some counter-attack at some stage. Jadeja bowls, Labuschagne forward once more. Good in defence.
It's little partnerships here. That's what Australia should be thinking. 15-run partnership, 20-run partnerships. We need three of them, and they'll be through.
Jadeja past umpire Menon, delivers to Labuschagne, beaten outside the off-stump. That's turned loads to finish the second over. Australia 1 for 5 on the K-Rain irrigation scoreboard. Labuschagne 4, Head on 1, 71 to win.
40 crispy chicken McNuggets are for friends. Together with tangy Cajun sauce, close friends only. Pick up juicy chicken and tangy Cajun at Macca's drive-thru today. Select items available for a limited time.
People call me the world's best bargain hunter. I call them with my Kogan Mobile monthly plan. Unlimited talk, text, and 40 gigs for $25 a month with first month free. Talk about a bargain. KoganMobile.com.au. T's and C's apply.
Our first session for MEGT, Australia's Apprenticeship and Employment Experts. Drop us a text, 043390 1116, Australian fans. How are you feeling watching this or listening to this around the country? Nervous, I suspect. Ashwin in here to head. First crack at him. Round the wicket, head goes back. Punches to Rohit Sharma, an extra cover, no single. Adam Collins, Ravi, Shastri, Louis Cameron with you on the call. So again, head looking to force there to begin. Ashwin delivers, head goes back, shorter, tries to whip it away, doesn't get all of it, ends at backward point, no run.
They're the shots that have got some of the Australians into trouble in this test and this series, going back on pitches where you can't trust the bounce. That can bring Bold and LBW into play.
And that did hold up in the surface as well. Ashwin again, head goes forward in defence. Might have been pad bat, and that's what Kohli thought, but no appeal from Ashwin.
Yeah, that's a good point from Louis, because I'm watching Labuschagne when he comes on strike. How much he plays off the back foot. He's been trapped on the back foot, bowl, leg before, right through the series.
Ashwin in, away from us, bowls here, head, plays and misses. Having a waft outside the off stump, tried to place it, thread it through the covers where it's a bolstered field. A couple of fielders in that direction, so a shot that had some risk applied to it, but it just spun too much.
This is beautiful bowling. Plenty of guile. There's jet on the ball.
Ashwin perfect so far to head, who's forward defending, pushing the backward point outside part of the blade.
He's just working him over here. This is just masterful bowling, isn't it? Ashwin is just absolutely on top of his game.
And we saw Ashwin before play. I noted in the pre-game, he bowled over the wicket, round the wicket, over the wicket, round the wicket for 45 minutes, did not stop bowling. And the look at his eye as well, he believes, he always believes.
And maybe with a point to prove after he didn't bowl for the whole first hour yesterday. I was very surprised at that.
Very surprised.
It was a great change for Rohit when he got him on. Has a chat with the captain before the final ball of the third over. Delivers here, head, beaten again outside the off stump. An expansive drive that wasn't quite. End of another maiden from Ashwin, Australia. 1 for 5, 71 runs away from their target. There's a review first though.
Fair delivery.
So they'll get the 2 for 1 here. As Australia did a few times yesterday, they'll check for the edge, which almost certainly wasn't there. We'll get a look at that first. An explosion out of the pitch. He's missed it by a mile.
Yeah, he's fine with the back foot as well.
Okay, clearly missed the ball.
He's missed it by 6 inches.
Can we go to the best side on angle, please?
He's okay with that back foot as well.
So it'll be the end of the over on the K-Rain irrigation scoreboard when they confirm it's not out on the stumping. We won't be able to take a break.
Okay, ready with my
is already
decision
ready
for the
to
big
roll.
screen. Foot is clearly grounded.
It'll be confirmed as not out. Our first session for MEGT, Australia's Apprenticeship and Employment Experts. And our coverage for Tyre Power, Know Your Tyres. Not out now on the screen, and Jadeja prepares to set off in the 4th over of the day. Labuschagne struck a boundary off Jadeja to get going. He's on 4. So just 2 on the leg side. Huge gap between mid-on and short fine. And Labuschagne looks in that direction to the western side of the ground, where most of the fans are in. Jadeja around the wicket. Labuschagne does place it to mid-wicket for a single. That's great batting. Turning the strike over, moving to 5, 1 for 6, Ravi.
Yeah, importantly, rotates the strike. And I think from Australia's point of view, Travis Head's point of view, the opportunity to score runs is more against Jadeja for the left-hander. It's better he's at this end.
Jadeja to head. Round the wicket, head, gets forward and defends. The Indians are interested in getting one past that inside edge, not far away. Head under the pump, 1 from 8, but not looking likely as yet. Jadeja straight back to his mark. The pressure's on. Bowls again. Head back. Just gets a little bottom edge on it. As you identified, Louis Cameron, if you go back on a pitch like this, you're doing so with your heart in your mouth.
When you defend, I think you give yourself a chance. So going back is one thing, but Travis Head actually did really well there, I reckon, because he wasn't trying to force the ball through the offside. He stayed low on it, and he made sure that his bat could come down just in time.
And you need a vertical bat. You don't need a horizontal bat shot.
Saved by the Q end of the bat. Jadeja to head forward this time, turning it into the onside. There's a sweeper at deep square. They get a single. Pressure release for Head, even with 1. He's 2, 1 for 7 Australia, 2 left in the over.
Important when you play off the back foot here. The reason I say horizontal bat shot as opposed to a vertical bat shot, it's simply because you've got to look to punch it with a straight bat as much as possible. because of the uneven bounce, like Kohli found out yesterday.
Jadeja. Another crack at Labuschagne. Round the wicket, Labuschagne well forward, smothering the spin. He started well.
And going back to what Ravi said, it is so hard for Australian batsmen to train themselves to do that, because Travis Head would have seen that ball a million times playing in Adelaide and would have cut it every time. Whereas when he comes to India, that ball's hitting the bottom of his middle stump.
Absolutely.
Jadeja to finish to Labuschagne. Forward again, deflecting to second slip. Taken well by Shubman Gill, diving to his right after hitting the turf. End of the over, 4 gone. 1 for 7 on the Kia scoreboard. Kia movement that inspires. Heads on 2. Labuschagne 5. Australia requires 69 to win.
Hello, this is Bharat Sundaresan. If you're looking to build a new home but need to move in now, consider one of Henley's newly built completed homes. These homes have never been lived in, and Henley has new listings every week. With something to suit every budget in the best locations across Melbourne, enjoy fixed upfront pricing with premium inclusions. Plus, front landscaping, driveway and fencing all included. Keep your cash flow with only 5% deposit and the balance at settlement. Henley Completed Homes. Visit henley.com.au today.
SEN Test Cricket for Henley Homes by Henley. Completed home at the Dales, Bonnybrook, henley.com.au, and for Tyre Power, know your tyres. Our first session for MEGT, Australia's apprenticeship and employment experts. Ashwin again, into head, round the wicket on 2. He goes back and defends. That's okay. Trusting the bounce so far, the South Australian. 3 on the leg side. Couple of catches on the offside behind the wicket. Ashwin bounces in, bowls here, head well forward, struck on the pad, albeit a delivery that's sliding down the leg side. That's the one that goes on with the arm.
Yes, and beautiful deception here from Ashwin. The pace, the way he's varying his pace, flight as well. Keeping the batsman honest, keeping the fielders close and honest.
Yet to concede a run from 14 deliveries, Ashwin. Up again, bowls here. Travis Head forward, edging on the bounce to second slip. It deflects away to backward point, no run. So the straight one, then the off break, Louis.
He's just such a fantastic new ball bowler in these conditions. I mean, to be able to grip the ball the way he does and to be able to get the variation of turn, using the shiny side of the ball, using the seam of the ball, he's just a master.
And some serious revs on the ball, giving him the drift.
Ashwin past Joel Wilson. Get the feeling he'll be part of today as well. Bowls here. Edged and doesn't go anywhere. Maybe off the glove. It lands in front of second slip at short point. No silly point in position at this stage.
Already clear signs the 76 is like 150 on any other surface, if not more.
Watching the replay back here for Beaumont Tiles, Australia's favourite. How about the bounce? I mean, good luck playing that. It's hit him on the, not even the glove, it's hit him on the back shoulder.
I mean, it's nearly half volley, and he's missed it by a mile, as you would say.
Ashwin to head back, trying to cut, hacks it down to cover. That was the ball to score from. 1 left in the over.
Yeah, that's a scoring ball. It had at least 2 or 4 written on it.
Head's got to hold his nerve here. He's on the ropes. Ashwin, last ball of the over. Still got those 2 slips. No catches in front of the wicket. Bowls here, head forward, defending. Better, gets 1. Down to long off. He'll retain the strike. Heads 3 from 16. Australia 1 for 8 at the end of the over on the K-Rain irrigation scoreboard. They require 68 to win.
So my boy Adam, he come home with all these bags of shopping. I said, what are you, millionaire? He says it was good bargain. Good bargain? Kogan mobile prepaid plan is bargain. Unlimited talk, text, and 10 gigs of data for $15 a month. My boy wouldn't know bargain if it called him on phone and said, hello, I'm bargain. Talk about a bargain? Get one at koganmobile.com.au. T's and C's apply.
Our coverage is for Tyre Power. Kumo tyres at wicket-taking prices. Getting lots of texts in on 0433 98 11 16 and feedback down the line from Melbourne as well. Our production team 10% of the way there, says Mitch Scott, head of cricket for SEN. He's riding the bumps. Everyone in Australia is.
That's the line I'm going to use when I go on television. 12% now. It's coming to you live from Mitch in Melbourne.
Mouse on the text saying, I'm not holding my breath. I still have nightmares about Cape Town in 2011 and Trent Bridge in 2015. Thanks, Mouse. Jadeja bowls new over. Travis Head plays defensively out towards mid-wicket. No run. Message here from, without a name, I'm more nervous than Bob Willis facing Jeff Thompson at his peak. Michelle's enjoying the coverage. She's a nervous wreck. Nathan said he's got to go for his psychologist soon. He's doing some uni work and can't focus on his paper at all. The psychologist's place to be. Bowling here. Round the corner, drops. He clipped in the direction of Shreyas Iyer, Travis Head, and I reckon that's carried.
Yeah, it does.
We saw Australia take a brilliant catch in that region yesterday. That might be an early miss from India. We'll get a replay for Beaumont Tiles, Australia's favourite. Talk us through it, Louis Cameron.
Well, he was so close there, so he gave himself a chance to catch it. But the difficult thing was to react as quick as he did. I reckon it might have just come off his fly pad, Adam.
Could have been a couple of noises. I'm sure they would have sent it upstairs had it been taken and given not out. Nevertheless, it is a leg by according to the umpire. 67 to win, Labuschagne back on strike. 2 slips, silly point. Jadeja round the wicket, Labuschagne back and beaten. Tried to thread the needle behind point. Went deep in the crease, a bit of extra bounce again.
Yeah, it's a nothing shot. It really is a nothing shot. Only thing he can get out of that is a nick or an edge into the slip cordon. Point is back. He's not going to get too many.
Didn't read the bounce at all. Seeing it on our replay screen for Beaumont Tiles, Australia's favourite. Well away from it. Jadeja to Labuschagne forward. Bat and pad close together. Jadeja hands on his man bun.
And already you have about 7,000, 10,000 people in the ground. I think everyone's on an intermittent fasting diet. No one's eaten breakfast. They've eaten dinner last night and they've come up early to watch the first ball. Just black coffee and watch it.
If the wickets start falling, I'm sure the crowd will start pouring in. If India do pull this off, unlikely as it is, even from here, it'll be the best result ever in a fourth innings. The lowest score not chased, 85, back in 1882 at the Oval. Jadeja bowls, Labuschagne lunging forward, smothering the spin. That seems like a better approach to me, Louis.
Yeah, I think getting forward, and if you do go back, as Ravi talked about, play with the straight bat. The mistake he made earlier in the over was just that half horizontal, half vertical, and it gets you in so much trouble against Jadeja.
Rohit Sharma has a chat to his spinner. So much experience, 34 years of age. Jadeja bowls, Labuschagne forward, pushing to mid-wicket, should be one. Jadeja charging around. The old indoor cricket backhand flick towards the stumps, but heads comfortably through. End of the over, Australia into double digits. They're 1 for 10 after 6 overs. 66 runs to go. Labuschagne 6, Head on 3 on the K-Rain irrigation scoreboard.
Hello, this is Bharat Sundaresan. If you're looking to build a new home but need to move in now, consider one of Henley's newly built completed homes. These homes have never been lived in, and Henley has new listings every week. With something to suit every budget in the best locations across Melbourne, enjoy fixed upfront pricing with premium inclusions. Plus, front landscaping, driveway and fencing all included. Keep your cash flow with only 5% deposit and the balance at settlement. Henley Completed Homes. Visit henley.com.au today.
Our first session for MEGT, Australia's apprenticeship and employment experts. How about this text? FJ in Richmond, in a car with my mates heading to a wedding that starts in an hour. I think we're going to miss the wedding, he says. Perfectly relatable and understandable, FJ. Weddings can start late, believe me. And I don't think the wedding party will mind a jot if they see this to the end. And listen to it on SEN Test Cricket for Tyre Power. Know your tyres. Ashwin, perfect so far.
You reckon the South Bank and the Yarra busy?
Oh, tell you what.
Some liquid going down?
You'd hope so. Ashwin in. Labuschagne on strike. Goes back and defends. There's a slow clap every ball now you can hear as well. All eyes on India's number 1. The number 2 bowler in the world. Charging towards 500 test wickets.
Come on, Ash.
Slip, leg slip, short leg. Come on, Ash comes the roar from behind the wicket. He bowls here. Labuschagne forward, prodding out towards backward point. Shubham Gill does the fielding at slip. Well played again, though.
And a longish discussion between Rohit and Virat Kohli between overs there. Looked like Virat might have been signalling towards the boundary fielders.
To just make them go a little squarer.
2 out on the leg side, deep square and long on. Ashwin bowls, and he beats Labuschagne with the one that slides across him, as he's done for a dozen years. Hits the fleshy side of the ball. Labuschagne caught on the crease, ever so close to a second outside edge of the morning. Ravi Shastri.
Oh, this is already a masterclass from Ashwin. He's bowled barely 20 balls, less than 20 balls, but there's everything there.
Ashwin passes umpire Wilson, bowls here. Labuschagne edging nearly 5 pad, possibly over short leg regardless.
Yeah, important that Louis noticed that Rohit Sharma having a chat with Virat Kohli. It's so important you get the fielders in the right place. So he sent long on a little squarer because of the angles, because of the ball turning as much as it is. It is not your usual long on. It will have to go to the right. Another 5 yards, 6 yards, as would deep mid wicket. So they've all moved a little squarer.
It'll take some doing, striking a boundary here for Blunston. Right on with Blunston, that's for sure. Ashwin, 2 left in the over. Bowls to Labuschagne. Down the leg slip, taken by Kohli. Up goes the appeal. I think it was thigh pad. Umpire Wilson keeps his finger down. Kohli says there's 2 noises. Kohli's convincing Rohit Sharma. Up to the captain he goes. Shreyas Iyer as well says you should do it, skipper, and he does. He makes the T sign. Ravi Shastri, what do you reckon?
I'm not too sure about Manas's body language.
Director, we have a player review
you normally know
original
from
decision
a batsman whether he's hit it or not.
Fair delivery. Can we have spin vision?
So it was Kohli away to his right, got a good look at it. Took it easily in the end. First replay here, Louis. What do you make of it? Ball pitching.
Ashwin is fired up here. We're seeing a massive puff of dust off the turf. I reckon he's missed
Just keep
that.
that rolling through, please.
I think he's
Close to
missed
the glove. May have just clipped the top of the pad.
It's definitely hit his
Could
pad
we
on the
get
way through.
ultra edge
And
when
also the
available,
glove, the top finger of the bottom glove. I wonder whether it's kissed that. Here's ultra edge, and there is no spike.
Keep it rolling through.
Labuschagne survives.
Ashwin was fired up there. And there's been a lot of discussion between the two teams, particularly
Joel,
from
you can
Manas
stay with your original
to
decision
to
of
Ashwin.
not
And
out.
just
You're
looked
on screen
Ashwin
signal
was
now.
not enjoying the banter coming back from Manas on that occasion. I think Manas is probably saying, don't waste your review, guys. I haven't hit that.
So India have blown one there. Confirmed as not out. 1 ball left in the probing Ashwin over. They're all probing Ashwin overs. Labuschagne 6 from 21. 2 catches in the leg side trap. Down the leg side again. Kohli takes it, but no appeal on this occasion. In the end, he saves a couple of leg byes at least. The end of 7 overs, a maiden from Ashwin. Australia 1 for 10, 66 runs away from their target. Labuschagne 6, head on 3 on the K-Rain irrigation scoreboard.
Order the McValue bundle at Macca's today. A choice of your favourite burgers, together with fries and drinks for just $26.95. Did we just find something the whole family can agree on? Available between 10:30am and midnight at participating restaurants. See our website for details.
People call me the world's best bargain hunter. I call them with my Kogan Mobile monthly plan. Unlimited talk, text, and the first month free. Talk about a bargain. KoganMobile.com.au. T's and C's apply.
Asia, first ball of a new over, defended by Travis Head, back down the pitch, no run. We're here for Tyre Power at Know Your Tyres. A text in from Emma in Brunswick. Ravi Shastri is iconic, loving the coverage. Thank you, Emma, he certainly is. Jadeja delivers round the wicket, forward his head, looking to drive, wants a single, doesn't take on Akshar, rightly so. Labuschagne sending the South Australian back. Nerves every time Head faces up. We didn't expect the slow start. He's 3 from 20. He's hard held.
Emma's texting in from God's country too. I should add. Brunswick is a lovely suburb of Melbourne.
Your local club, Jadeja bowls Head. This time gets the drive away. It checked one at that. Akshar moves around to cover point. Head off strike, which feels important. He's 4 from 21, 1 for 11. Australia. We've got Jason in Chelsea. He was sitting on the roof in Adelaide when India got bowled out for 36 on a belter. This feels like 400. And one more here from No Name. Nobody in Australia move. We have to sit where we are until we get this done. As Alan Border would have said back in the day, you can't move when you're in a run chase.
That might be the bloke who's about to get married.
Jadeja around the wicket. Labuschagne back defending, trusting the bounce into the offside at silly point.
It's like the batters, you're going out to bat and it's as if you've been summoned by the Inland Revenue. And it's an interrogation that's taking place. You don't have your pads on.
Jadeja to Labuschagne, forward defending, bat and pad glued together. Got to say, Labuschagne's been great. If the tax office come interrogating him, they won't find a way through the Queenslander at the moment.
Oh, these are serious questions.
So just the 2 on the leg side, I'm intrigued by this. They want Labuschagne to sweep through mid-wicket, as he did a lot at Nagpur and Delhi. Will he resist? Jadeja bowls, Labuschagne prods into the onside, briefly considers the quick single, thinks better of it. That's the end of the 8th over. Changing commentary after the break. Daniel Norcross coming in for me. Ravi Shastri will hear from you in half an hour. Australia 1 for 11 on the K-Rain irrigation scoreboard. They require 65 runs to win.
Prepare for a winning season with Elders, and you could be driving away in a new Ford Ranger Raptor. Or with one of 200 AgBot tank monitoring systems. Every $20,000 AgCam purchase through Elders in February and March could grab you a ticket in the draw. It's time to rev your season up and reap the rewards. Visit elders.com.au for details today. Elders, for Australian agriculture. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back. Test cricket on SEN. The first ball of a new over is tucked into the onside. Picked up by Jadeja, and they get a precious, precious run. Test cricket with Henley Homes. Buy a Henley completed home at the Dales, Bonnybrook. Henley.com.au. I tell you, what I've learnt is that batting on this pitch is like juggling matches in a petroleum shower under a bath of napalm. This is the most hideous thing imaginable. I cannot imagine what it's like for the batters. It is foul. Ashwin in. Ashwin defended on the front foot. Big appeal for LBW. Something's happening every ball. Pete Lawler is alongside me, and Phil Long, who's with us. Thanks to Fuso Trucks. Fuso canters are in stock now. Job done.
Pete and I have sat down just after 10 o'clock. We're in the 9th over already.
I know.
I feel like we are 9 down on the 5th day.
You
with an hour to play.
You might be. We're impartial as this ball is played back up the wicket off the back foot, and there is no run. What an extraordinary morning this has been so far.
Is there a desktop computer in any office in Australia not tuned to the cricket right now?
Well,
or a radio?
The productivity levels have dropped. They've plummeted from Perth to Brisbane. Ashwin in. Let's play with an angled bat to backward point. There is no run.
In the words of our famous Prime Minister Bob Hawke, any boss who doesn't give his employees a chance to listen to this is a bum. That's kind of a perversion of what Bob said, but he did say bum.
Well, he's right. Yeah. He's right. There are times in life when it is less important to be looking at your spreadsheet and your project plans, and it's more important to engage in thrilling test cricket. And this is one of those moments, kids.
It's shades of Jeff Thompson and Alan Border, 1982, 3 Ashes, 4th Test.
I was listening to that in a farmhouse in cold Wales at 2 o'clock in the morning.
What did they need? 72 runs, was it, from memory?
Yeah. He's caught it, he's dropped it, he's out, as Henry Blofeld says.
Yeah.
The parried catch. He's caught it, he's dropped it, he's out.
I remember seeing that ball hang in the air as it went to the second slip, didn't it? It got fumbled.
Fumbled, and it was both of them with the delivery, wasn't it? Who took the catch on the rebound? Miller dropped it, I think.
Some pom,
yeah. We're all the same to you. Right, there's a break. There's a delay in play.
Yeah.
And I don't quite know why. There's a little bit of chatter going on, and Labuschagne, right, so the umpires are having a word here, and they're saying, you're talking quite enough, kids. Labuschagne's going to speak to Rohit, and he's saying, enough of this. They're getting in my ear. Joel Wilson is telling him to calm down. I mean, it's moderately affable. Sorry, yes, Bharat.
If I could just jump in, it's basically to do with Manas taking too long to get him to strike. And look where Ashwin is. He's not even coming off his full run. So he's just saying, I'm going to stand there and bowl off one step.
Now Ashwin mind games. Absolute mind games.
It's marvellous.
Yes. If Ashwin's at the top of his mark, Manas isn't ready. If Ashwin's...
and now Ashwin is at the top of his mark, and Manas is again not ready.
Yeah, that's right.
Here we go. He's in round the wicket. Manas comes forward, pushes it to the offside. Thinks of a single that might have been there, but Ashwin trots across the field off his own bowling. No run.
It's a very similar battle used to happen between Sourav Ganguly and Shane Warne. Sourav was never ready when Shane was. He used to drive Shane mad. But it's about who's got control. Who's controlling the pace of the game. It's an arm wrestle.
Ashwin is in around the wicket to Labuschagne, who drives into the onside, out towards long on for another precious single on the Kia scoreboard. Kia, movement that inspires. Australia 1 for 13 after 9.
40 crispy chicken McNuggets are for friends. Together with tangy Cajun sauce, close friends only. Pick up juicy chicken and tangy Cajun at Macca's drive-thru today. Select items available for a limited time.
People call me the world's best bargain hunter. I call them with my Kogan Mobile monthly plan. Unlimited talk, text, and 10 gigs for $15. Talk about a bargain. KoganMobile.com.au. T's and C's apply.
Test cricket on SEN with Tyre Power. Know your tyres. It's been Jadeja and Ashwin all morning. I'm going to come to you in a moment, Phil. I want to know how many dot balls have been played. There's been 54 deliveries and precious few scoring shots as Jadeja is in, and another defensive push by Labuschagne down the wicket. There is no run. We got 2 slips, a silly point, but there is protection out at deep point. There's a backward point, short extra, mid-off, mid-on, a backward square leg. Is the sweep on against a spin? Probably not on a pitch like this.